You've had an iffy season or two. You know what I mean? Like you're not a constant starter. Yeah. So then the United board come to you and tell you, okay, boom, what we'll do
Mm.
is we'll sign you, we'll change your contract terms, pay you less money, whatever it is.
Yeah.
But we're gonna sign you for a year longer. Yeah. So do you take that option or do you ask your agent at any point in time to look for another move for you so you can protect your career?
Probably ask for a move, yeah.
So if you wanted to, but why would you do that though? What would be the reasoning in your head? They don't believe in you, right?
Well, yeah, well, of course, yeah.
So you wouldn't see it as a place you can perform to the best of your abilities
Yeah,
and
but
do what you know,
no,
what
but
you
this is the
believe in
thing.
yourself
You're
you can
giving
do. No,
no, you're giving
hold
You're
on.
giving Ten Hag excuses now.
I'm not giving him excuses. You are.
Nah, listen. No. Listen.
Think about it. Think about it. I'm not saying because he no longer has veto power that he has an excuse. I'm not saying
I
that.
think he's still got that at the moment.
To an extent, head coaches have to an extent, but not completely. What
No,
I'm
but
saying is,
in his contract that he had before, if
yeah,
they've extended his contract, that veto will still stand because technically isn't a brand new contract because they
okay.
can't just take something out of that contract. You know what I mean? And then
You can amend the contract though.
what? And then extend it for a year.
Hmm.
What that means, yeah.
All you have to do is just sign on to the amendments.
Well, there you go. So that means he's on borrowed time then, definitely. And the thing is, well,
That's the worst. That for me, that's the worst situation. Your manager, Linear, you've just come into a
Hmm,
historically massive club,
yeah,
and your manager's future is uncertain.
yeah, yeah.
You don't know what the
I
next.
want him out anyway, so it's not making a difference to me. I don't want him there.
No,
Uh,
what I'm saying is this is the guy here. He's supposed to be taking on the brunt of leadership responsibilities
hmm,
going into the season.
yeah, no,
You don't send your general out to war on a 1 year extension. You don't do that. You
I
don't
know,
send
but
someone else. You don't send someone into fight you got no kind of faith in.
yeah, but what the thing is, I think what you're getting at, yeah, is that Ten Hag's already got built-in excuses. That's basically what you're getting at.
I'm saying that you guys have made the excuses for him.
Nah, I don't believe so, man. I don't believe so. I don't believe so. Because at the end of the day, like this is a professional environment. You know what I mean? It's not a case where yeah we've given an extension contract because you got to
Right.
think as well. They've cleared out his backroom staff, yeah. So they have shown some sort of faith in him by keeping him in the first place. Even
You've
though
worked.
I do believe, yeah,
Yeah.
that it was a money saving exercise in my
All right.
opinion.
I assume that you've worked in different fields for different companies, right?
Mm,
Yeah. Everyone knows that like professionalism in companies is like a facade,
yeah, yeah.
especially when it comes to the excuses and especially in management.
You got to play
Yeah.
the role basically, innit?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And as a boss, yeah,
Mm.
your main goal is to create a positive working environment so you can squeeze the as
Maximum.
much
Yeah.
as much like positive kind of like hours out of your staff. That's what your goal is. You want to get the most out of them. Not have them working for the longest period of time. You just want to get 100%, 110% effort out of them. Yeah.
Mm.
You want to get good work out of them. So what do you do to create that? Do you tell them that they're on borrowed time?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you then take away so you've taken away responsibilities from them? Yeah. Then you put them on borrowed time. You change the backroom staff behind them. So you change the whole team up while telling them, I've changed your team. Yeah. According to what I want in your team. But then they're still responsible for the actions of the team. You've got people within the team that can veto what they want, according to you, to make them play, for example, certain, to choose certain people for certain roles. But while they would still be responsible for the outcome of that decision,
Yeah.
none of us, yeah, would accept that in our jobs. None of us would,
No. Listen. I do
unless it
hear
was mad high paying.
I do
But
hear
it's
I
just
do
that.
hear what you're saying because at the end of the day, they've kind of, in a sense, they've kind of made Ten Hag's situation that yeah, they've given him a ready-made excuse, basically, yeah.
Yeah, they've made him a scapegoat.
But my thing is, personally,
Yeah.
I don't want him there anyway. So it's not making a difference to me.
Yeah, but
All I want to see,
it should. Do you know why?
one,
Because you're putting faith in what Ineos is doing. Now,
Yeah,
the worst thing you could have when
yeah.
this new regime comes in is that they set up an artificial scapegoat for a season.
Look, look, look.
That's why I said your expectations and your assessment of what's happening
Yeah.
don't go hand in hand. There has to be a little bit of give, unless some of the things that you assume about what's happening aren't true.
Well, no. As I said, for me, if yeah, there could be ready-made excuses for him if we're saying that he's just gonna just be the players already are being chosen for him, and he's just got to make them work. I understand all that. Yeah, my thing is if he's if the right players are playing, United are playing good football, and you can see some sort of progress. That's all I care about at the moment. You know what I mean? If the manager proves, yeah, that he can play the right play. For me, is picking the right players because I don't care what anyone says.
Remember,
Yeah,
there's no need for a scapegoat if there's no sin, yeah. But there's always some sin. There's
yeah.
no need for a scapegoat unless that happens. So it's you have a scapegoat in the odd chance that it doesn't work out how you want it to work out.
Mm.
So then the blame is going to go in this direction. When the blame should go, why did you have him there for another year?
Again, for me, I think it's a money saving exercise. I think there's something why they could because I heard it was going to cost about 10 mil to sack him at a certain stage. It might have gone down to 6 mil or something like that.
Yeah,
But I do believe they had a plan to sack him because you don't interview all these other managers and then keep this guy and then give
yeah.
him a year extension. So there's something to do with the money side of it. And I believe, I mean, I've heard stories about they're giving him to Christmas time. Whether that happens, I don't know. But what I do know is that they're not sold on him. He's just there because it would have cost too much money to sack him, in my opinion. Alex, what do you think, Alex?
I think, yeah, you're right. I think it would cost too much money to sack him. I think what
Yeah,
you're saying, I think it would have been like 10 mil or around that
yeah,
ballpark figure. Um, and I think they don't want to go down that route again because they
mm,
did that with Louis Van Gaal, did that with Jose Mourinho. So it saves them money. And like you said as well, it doesn't make sense to knowing that you've got a manager there, and while he's there, you're still interviewing people. Like for me personally, if I was a manager, knowing that that's happening, I'm thinking, okay, like I've either got to step it up or I've
mm.
seriously worry at the end of the season, like, is my position here going to be safe? So I do agree with those points. I'm not too sure about the backroom staff. Like, I'm not sure if he gets sacked and then Van Nistelrooy takes over because I don't know how much experience Van Nistelrooy has at coaching aside, especially of our stature. Um, I think if Ten Hag goes, then the person that we've interviewed comes straight in. I reckon he's probably there in place, and he's just like cool,
Mm.
and he's got that in his head. Like, all right,
He's frozen.
Oh, okay. I
Bro,
was
you
wondering what
frozen.
if I've
happened
got
if
till
they did.
Christmas still in the
Bro,
preseason,
are you
huh?
frozen? You frozen, man.
Me first.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're thinking frozen, man. Yeah.
Oh, so what part? What part did you hear? You know,
Go on, go on, go on,
um,
go on, Karen.
yeah. So like, yeah, like the first part of the season is still pre-season season. Everyone's still going back and forth. No one's fully fit. Like Fulham could be on the top of the table. It don't even matter. But
Mm.
Yeah.
once you Christmas period, that's when it's the business end, and that's when you really got to have your team ready and settled. And if he hasn't got a team that's ready and settled by then I reckon he will go. And the person that's been interviewed that they've got lined up, whether
Mm.
it be Southgate, hopefully it's not, or somebody else, they'll just be like step in and come in. Whether the players know that is a different story. Players probably might not know that. The new signings might not know that. They probably think, oh,
Something's going on. As I said, I think
yeah, of course.
he
There's
the fact
something
that
going.
he's only a year extension
Hmm.
should let everyone know that there's something that Ineos are planning. if he doesn't get off to a good start, in my opinion. It could be Van Nistelrooy, you know, because Van Nistelrooy, again, has been a manager elsewhere at
Was it
PSG,
Yeah,
head coach. So Van Nistelrooy is not coming in there to just be
it's,
a yes man to Ten Hag. Van Nistelrooy is going to have his say. And I think Ineos purely brought him in as you said earlier, Lens, as an interim if Ten Hag does get moved on. But I think it could be even bigger than that. You know, Van Nistelrooy is a club legend as well.
so what do you think? Do you think Nistelrooy is coming in as like on an internship basis
Well,
to
he's come.
eventually take over?
Well, do you know what? From what I heard, I'm not sure if this is true, yeah, but I heard that all three of them are actually head coaches. They're all going to be working as head coaches. Whether that's true or not, I don't know, and that would be mad. But
I hope that's not true. Like
you
for
know what? I
you,
hope it is.
like
I
like
hope it is.
as a
Dangerous.
Liverpool fan, I hope that's true. But
Yeah,
That's
as
very
com
dangerous.
yeah,
Is
if
that's you've got three head coaches, right?
yeah,
Three people with different opinions,
yeah.
three people with different ideas of how best to manage this team.
The thing is, I'm not sure if that's definitely true, yeah, but there was a report saying that they're bringing in Rude and Rene as head coaches. Whether that's true or not, I don't know.
see if that's true, as a Liverpool fan, I'm excited. Yeah.
Yeah.
If I'm taking like an objective view on it, that's a horrible way to run anything.
Yeah.
Everyone's going to be undermining each other.
Of
Exactly.
course, but as I said to you already, man,
You know what it's like?
Ineos, I don't think have total confidence in his manager anyway.
I tell you what that's like here. You know when sad things happen and a family splits up, mom goes one way, dad goes another, yeah?
Yeah.
What happens quite often is the child will go to mom for one thing, don't get it, go to dad,
Yeah.
play